show you off in Lambos out on Collins. I be
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. متابع القناة رجعت لكم بفيديو جديد. في الفيديو هذايا راح تشوفوا الشاب الامريكي كاميرون الذي حكم ب 24 سنة، وهي تدلي بشهادتها في المحكمة امام القاضي، وهي تنهار بالبكاء وتطلب من القاضي من اجل تخفيف العقوبة على ابنها، حتى انها طلبت من القاضي ان تعاقب مكان ابنها وان تأخذ عقابه في السجن بدلا منه، لكن بدون جدوى. خلينا مع الفيديو.
I received a frantic, distressed call from Cameron, and he told me he had been involved in an accident. And it was clear to me that he was crying, and I kept him on the phone until I could get to the scene, helping him work his way through it. I said, you know, it's going to be okay, I promise you, I'm on my way. And we talked that time, and it took me less than 5 minutes to get to the scene of the accident. And he said, Mom, I've killed someone. And I said, no, Cameron, it's just, at that point, it wasn't even clear to me how the accident what had taken place. I said, no, Cameron, no, you're mistaken. It's going to be okay. And I got to the scene of the accident. Tristan and Cameron and John Barano, you know, in that middle part, the median part of Bayshore. And Tristan was sitting against a tree, crying. John Barano was sitting on the curb with his head in his hands, crying. And Cameron was on his hands and knees, throwing up and crying. I feel responsible for this accident, and I accept full accountability for my actions. If I could, I would step in front of Cameron and I would accept the punishment that you might render. That's how strong I feel about my involvement or my actions that led to this accident, perhaps. When Cameron and Tristan were finally released from jail after the accident, their father, Chris, had to sleep upstairs in the spare bedroom because they were so distraught. This went on for several weeks, and I can only describe it as like a PTSD. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not trying to diagnose, but I mean, what I saw was both of them were so impacted and affected by this accident. They saw and continue to see the accident play over and over and over in their heads, and I would hear screams at night from either of the boys as they were having these nightmares. They had anxiety attacks. And panic attacks. This past almost 3 years has been the hardest thing I've ever gone through, and the hardest thing our family, the four of us, have had to go through. I'm sorry. Yes, if you have some. Thank you, sir. And over these
show you off in Lambos out on Collins. I be